All right, ready to dive into something pretty wild.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Today we're tackling the Silva Mind Control Method.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
It's all based on José Silva's book.
Right.
And we're talking about training your mind
Yes.
to do some pretty amazing things.
Yeah.
Like remember forgotten details,
Yeah.
manage pain,
Mm-hmm.
break those bad habits.
Definitely.
Even, and this is where it gets crazy,
Okay.
tap into ESP.
Right.
Over 500,000 people have already learned this method.
That's a lot of people.
And some of their stories are, well, they're pretty unbelievable.
You know, what's really important is to understand that this isn't about, like, controlling other people's minds.
Right.
This is about tapping into the power of your own mind.
Yeah.
Silva believed we all have these incredible abilities.
Yeah.
Just waiting to be unlocked.
Okay, so how does it all work?
Well, the foundation of the Silva method is learning to reach these deep meditative levels.
Mm-hmm.
What Silva calls alpha and theta brainwave states.
Oh, I've heard of those, yeah.
Yeah, he describes these states as being like a mental sweet spot,
Okay.
where your mind becomes super receptive to suggestion and change.
So it's all about getting into that super relaxed state,
Exactly.
that focused state.
Yeah, and Silva really emphasizes
Yeah.
that anyone can learn to do this
Really?
with practice.
Okay.
He provides these simple techniques to help you get there.
That's pretty empowering, right?
It is.
To think that these abilities aren't just reserved for some,
Right.
elite group of people.
Yeah,
They're achievable for anyone.
absolutely.
So let's talk about what you can actually do
Okay.
with this method.
Yeah.
Silva's book is full of these crazy stories
It is.
about people using it to solve all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
Like there's this one about a city planner
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
who lost some really important drawings.
Yeah, this story really highlights how practical the Silva method can be.
Okay.
This city planner used the techniques to mentally retrace his steps.
Oh, wow.
And amazingly,
Yeah.
he found those missing drawings.
No way. So it's like
Yeah.
giving your memory
Yeah, it's like a super boost.
a super boost.
I can't remember.
Wait, are you telling me I could use this to find my lost keys?
I mean, it's possible, right?
Because I'm always misplacing those.
Yeah.
There are even stories in the book about people improving their eyesight
I know, it's wild.
during the course.
Yeah.
One woman even noticed her vision
I know, it's crazy.
getting stronger.
Yes. It really makes you wonder
Right?
about the connection
Yeah.
between our minds and bodies.
Yeah.
How much influence does our mental state
Yeah.
really have on our physical well-being?
That's a great question.
That's something that Silva explores
Yeah.
in depth in his book.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But what about things like, weight loss,
Yeah.
Or-
Breaking bad habits.
breaking bad habits?
Silva dedicates a good portion of his book
Really?
to those very topics.
Right.
He describes this visualization technique
Okay.
where you essentially reprogram your mind
Okay.
to crave healthy foods
Oh, wow.
and envision yourself at your ideal weight.
So it's not about some crazy diet or willpower.
Yeah, not at all.
It's about changing the way you think about food
Exactly.
and your body.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that Silva emphasizes setting achievable goals.
Oh, okay.
It's not about trying to,
Yeah.
magically transform overnight.
Right.
It's about making these gradual,
Yeah.
sustainable changes
Sustainable.
to your habits and
Yes.
your mindset.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense than
Yeah.
just, starving yourself for something.
Right.
He also uses these examples of people quitting smoking
Yes.
and overcoming overeating
Yeah.
and how they use these techniques
Mm-hmm.
to replace those negative habits
Right.
with these positive visualizations.
The key takeaway here is that
Yeah.
instead of just trying to suppress a bad habit
Right.
with willpower,
Yeah.
you're essentially rewiring your brain
Okay.
by focusing on the behaviors you want to reinforce.
All right. So we've covered some of the basics.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the really interesting stuff.
Okay, let's do it.
Tell me about this mental screen technique.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I've heard it's pretty powerful.
It's one of the core techniques
Okay.
in the Silva method.
Mhm.
Essentially, you train yourself to visualize a screen in your mind.
Like a movie screen.
Almost like a movie screen, yeah.
Okay.
And then project images onto it.
Oh, interesting.
You can use this for problem solving,
Okay.
achieving goals,
Mhm.
and even, according to Silva,
Yeah.
influencing events in your life.
Hold on. Influencing events.
Yeah.
That sounds a little far-fetched.
I know, but think of it like mental rehearsal for your life.
Okay.
You're creating the outcome you want in your mind first.
Right.
And that mental image can help you to take the actions needed to make it a reality.
So it's about aligning
Yeah.
your thoughts and actions with your desires.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this can be powerful.
Yeah.
But how do you actually get to that deep meditative state where you can use these techniques?
Well, actually, Silva provides a shortcut.
Oh, okay, a shortcut.
Called the 3 fingers technique.
3 fingers technique, okay.
Where you simply touch your thumb, your index finger, and your middle finger together.
Wait, that's it? Just touching your fingers?
Yeah, you're training your mind to associate that physical gesture with entering that relaxed, focused state.
So it becomes like a mental trigger?
Exactly. It's like a trigger.
Oh, I see it.
And it's super useful for, on-the-spot problem-solving, memory recall. Think back to that city planner who needed to find his drawings.
Right.
He could have used this technique.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm already starting to see how this could be really helpful in everyday life.
Yeah.
So what else can you do with the Silva method?
Oh, there's so much more.
Really?
We haven't even touched on things like speed learning.
Speed learning, okay.
Dream control.
Dream control.
Or the power of words to influence your mind and body.
Dream control. You mean like lucid dreaming?
It's even more than that.
Okay.
Silva believed you can program your dreams to solve problems.
Really?
And receive guidance.
We'll have to dive into that.
We will.
In another deep dive.
For sure.
Okay, you've definitely piqued my curiosity.
Good. I can't wait to tell you more.
Can't wait to hear more. All right, so last time we were talking about all these amazing things you can supposedly do with the Silva Mind Control Method.
It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea of dream control.
Right.
And influencing events with your mind.
It's a lot to take in.
Where do we even begin with all this?
Well, let's go back to the foundation.
Okay.
Remember, the key to unlocking these abilities is reaching that deep meditative state that Silva calls the alpha level.
Right, the alpha level.
That's where the real magic happens.
Okay, alpha level, got it.
But how do you actually get there?
Yeah, is it like traditional meditation?
Silva actually makes it sound pretty simple.
Really?
You find a quiet spot,
Okay.
close your eyes, and just start counting backward from 50 to 1.
Really? That's it?
That's it.
I thought it would be more complicated than that.
I know, right?
Like chanting or something?
The key is to really focus on relaxing your body.
Okay.
And calming your mind as you count.
Okay, so you're guiding yourself deeper and deeper
exactly.
into that relaxed state.
Deeper and deeper.
Okay.
Silva suggests doing this for 10 days.
10 days, yeah.
Then counting from 10 to 1 for another 10 days.
Got it.
And after that, you can just count from 5 to 1.
5 to 1, okay.
Each time.
So you're basically training your mind to quickly and easily enter that alpha state.
Exactly.
Like building a mental muscle.
Yeah, like building a mental muscle.
Okay.
And once you're at that alpha level,
yeah,
you can start using those powerful visualization techniques.
Right, like the mental screen.
Exactly.
I'm still a little fuzzy on how that works.
Okay.
Can you walk me through it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So picture a movie screen in your mind.
Okay.
Imagine it as vividly as possible.
Okay.
The size, the shape, even the texture of the screen.
Okay, I think you got it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, let's say you want to break a bad habit.
Okay.
Like biting your nails.
Oh, yeah, I could use that.
Right.
Yeah.
First, you would visualize yourself biting your nails.
Okay.
On that mental screen.
Okay.
Really try to experience it fully in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
See your hand reaching up to your mouth.
Feel the sensation of your teeth on your nails.
I'm not enjoying this visualization.
I know it's not a pleasant one.
But I'm doing it.
Okay, good.
It's pretty vivid.
Now, here's the important part.
Okay.
Mentally push that image off the screen to the right.
To the right, okay.
Imagine it fading away.
All right.
As it moves to the right.
Okay, it's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now what?
Now, from the left side of the screen,
okay,
slide in a new image of yourself with strong, healthy nails.
Okay.
See yourself confidently using your hands without biting them.
Okay.
Feel the pride and satisfaction of having broken the habit.
Oh, that's a much better image.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the idea is to replace the negative with the positive.
Okay.
Both visually and emotionally.
Okay.
And Silva really emphasizes the importance of moving those images from left to right.
Why left to right? Does that really matter?
Well, Silva believed that our minds perceive time as flowing from left to right. Oh, interesting.
So by moving the images in that direction, you're aligning your visualizations with that natural flow of time.
So it's not just about visualizing.
No.
It's about doing it in a way that taps into how our minds already work.
Precisely.
Okay.
And remember those wise counselors?
Oh, yeah, right?
We talked about.
Yeah, the ones who offer guidance and advice.
Yeah, they can play a big role in this process, too.
But how do you actually meet them?
It can feel a little mystical at first.
It does sound a little mystical.
But while you're in that deep meditative state, imagine yourself in a laboratory setting.
A laboratory.
Silva calls it your mental laboratory.
Right, mental laboratory, okay.
So you're in your mental lab.
I'm in my mental lab, yeah.
Now what?
Now what?
Call upon 2 wise counselors.
Okay.
1 male and 1 female.
Okay.
These could be people you know, or even historical figures you admire.
So, like, could I have Albert Einstein as my male counselor?
Okay. Or you might find that unexpected figures appear.
Oh, interesting.
The key is to trust your intuition.
Trust my intuition. Okay. Yeah. But what about those psychic abilities?
Okay.
How does the Silva method help people tap into ESP?
Well, it starts with developing your visualization skills.
Okay.
Remember those mental exercises Silva talks about?
The ones where you imagine yourself inside a cube of metal?
Yes.
Or a piece of fruit?
Exactly.
I remember thinking those sounded a bit strange at first.
They might seem simple.
Yeah.
But those exercises are incredibly powerful.
Okay.
For training your mind to perceive things beyond your physical senses.
Beyond my physical senses.
You start with basic objects.
Okay.
Like a metal cube.
Right. A metal cube?
Experiencing its weight, its temperature, its texture in your mind.
Okay, so you're basically learning to project your awareness beyond your physical body.
Exactly.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is pretty mind-blowing.
And as your visualization skills become stronger, you can progress to more advanced techniques.
Right, like the casework exercise.
The casework, right. The ones where students try to diagnose the ailments of complete strangers?
Of complete strangers.
How does that even work?
Well, students are given basic information about a person they've never met. Their name, age, location.
Right.
Then they go to their mental laboratory, call upon their wise counselors, and try to scan that person's body.
In their mind.
In their mind.
Wow.
Looking for any signs of illness or imbalance.
It sounds almost unbelievable.
I know.
But Silva's book has all these stories.
It does.
About people who actually achieved remarkable results with this technique.
It is fascinating.
There's that famous story about a student.
Oh, yeah?
Who correctly identified.
I know, it's amazing.
A missing lung in a stranger.
During one of these exercises, even skeptics were blown away by the accuracy of some of these diagnoses.
It really challenges our understanding.
It does.
Of what the human mind is capable of.
Okay, so you've got me convinced that the Silva method has some serious potential.
But let's get practical.
Okay.
How can people use this in everyday life?
All right.
Besides finding lost keys, of course.
Well, one area where the Silva method claims to be particularly effective is self-healing.
Self-healing, okay.
Silva outlines a 6-step process.
6 steps.
For using the mind to promote healing in the body.
So we're talking about more than just managing stress.
Yes.
We're talking about actually influencing physical health.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it starts with cultivating a loving and forgiving mindset.
Okay, a loving and forgiving mindset.
Silva believed that negative emotions can block our natural healing abilities.
So step 1 is basically getting rid of all that anger, resentment.
All that negativity.
Okay. So then you move into visualizing yourself as healthy and whole.
Healthy and whole.
Okay.
Really try to embody that feeling of vitality in your mind.
Like picture yourself radiating health and energy.
Exactly. Okay. And this might sound counterintuitive.
Okay.
But Silva even recommends briefly experiencing the illness or pain in your mind.
Wait, what?
But only for a short time.
Oh, okay.
Just to focus your healing energy.
I see.
Where it's needed most.
So it's kind of like acknowledging the problem without giving it too much power.
Exactly.
And then you immediately shift back to that image of yourself as healthy and whole.
It's about reinforcing that idea that your body is capable of healing.
And that's where the power of words comes in.
Exactly.
Right, because Silva emphasizes repeating positive affirmations about your health.
While you're in that deep meditative state.
I can see how that would be powerful.
It is.
It's like giving your subconscious mind
clear
instructions.
clear instructions.
On what you want it to do?
Yeah.
But is there any evidence that this actually works?
Well, Silva's book is full of anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal evidence, okay.
For example, he tells the story of a woman who cured an intestinal obstruction.
Wow.
Using a dream diagnosis and visualization.
Wait, she diagnosed herself in a dream?
He did.
That's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild.
And this isn't just about physical health.
No.
Silva also talks about using the method to improve mental well-being.
Mental well-being, absolutely.
Things like reducing anxiety, boosting self-esteem, and even improving your overall perception of reality.
It's about tapping into your inner resources and realizing your full potential.
Didn't you mention some studies that were done?
Oh, yeah. There were studies done with students.
Students.
And welfare recipients where they were tested before and after taking the Silva Mind Control course.
And what did they find?
They found significant improvements in self-image.
Self-image,
confidence, and even a sense of purpose in life.
Wow.
It seems like the method really helps people tap into their inner strength and resilience.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
But what about using these techniques in other areas of life?
Yeah.
Like at school or work?
Well, Silva believed that the method could be applied in all sorts of settings.
Yeah.
He talks about teachers using the techniques in their classrooms to help students focus, learn faster, and even overcome challenges like nail biting.
Wow. So this isn't just some self-help fad.
No, not at all.
It sounds like there's real potential here.
There is.
To transform not just individuals, but entire organizations.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And perhaps the most intriguing and controversial application of the Silva method is in addressing drug addiction.
I remember you mentioning that earlier.
But how can mind control help someone overcome addiction?
Yeah, it seems kind of counterintuitive.
I know.
Because you think of addiction as this like physical dependence.
Yeah, and it is.
Yeah.
But Silva believed that one of the root causes of addiction is a negative self-concept.
Oh, interesting.
So by using the Silva method, people can change their self-image through visualization and positive affirmations, essentially rewiring their brains to believe in their ability to be sober and healthy.
So instead of focusing on willpower or external factors?
It's about transforming the way you see yourself and your relationship with the addiction.
Okay, that's a fascinating approach.
It is.
It really challenges conventional views.
It does.
On addiction and recovery.
Yeah.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From the basics of the method to its applications in healing, personal growth, education, business, and even addiction recovery.
It's amazing.
It's clear that Silva believed this method had the potential to transform lives in countless ways.
In countless ways.
And yet, we've only scratched the surface.
Yes, no, right.
There's still so much to explore.
Like Silva's philosophical ideas about consciousness.
Okay.
That mysterious higher intelligence he talks about.
Right.
And his theory about the direction of time.
Right. All fascinating stuff.
All fascinating stuff.
And that's where we'll pick up in the final part of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
We'll explore those big questions that really make you think about the nature of reality and the incredible potential of the human mind.
I can't wait.
We've spent the last 2 episodes unpacking the techniques and applications of the Silva Mind Control Method. And I gotta say, my mind is officially blown.
I can imagine.
Now it's time to tackle the big questions.
Right.
The stuff that makes you ponder the nature of reality and the true potential of the human mind.
Absolutely.
This is where Silva's ideas get really intriguing.
They do get really interesting.
He was convinced that we can tap into a higher intelligence.
Yes, this was central to his whole philosophy.
We keep coming back to this higher intelligence.
It is a key concept.
Can you break it down for me?
Sure.
What exactly did Silva mean by that?
He believed it's a level of consciousness that goes beyond our individual minds.
So not just our own thoughts and experiences.
No.
But something much bigger.
Yes, much bigger.
And more interconnected.
Exactly. Almost like a universal consciousness or an infinite source of wisdom and knowledge.
So we can tap into that.
That's what Silva believed.
Wow.
He suggested that we can access this higher intelligence through deep meditation, visualization, and even through our dreams.
Which explains why dream control is such a big part of his method.
Exactly.
It's like tuning into a cosmic radio station.
I love that analogy.
Broadcasting guidance and insights.
I think Silva would have liked that too.
And remember Silva's theory?
Yeah.
About time flowing from left to right?
Right, based on those hypnosis experiments.
Yeah.
Where people would physically move to the right.
Right.
When mentally traveling back in time.
It's a mind-bending concept.
It really is.
But it makes sense when you consider how he emphasizes moving images from left to right.
Yes.
On that mental screen.
It's all connected.
Right.
He believed it aligns our visualizations with the natural flow of time.
Okay, so let's say we can tap into this higher intelligence.
Okay.
And potentially even influence the flow of time. What does that mean for us?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are the implications of all this?
Well, it suggests that we might have far more power and influence over our lives.
Much more than we realize.
It
challenges the limitations
right.
we often place on ourselves.
It's both exciting and a little intimidating.
I know. It's a lot to take in.
Like if we really have that much untapped potential,
yeah.
Why aren't we all living extraordinary lives?
That is the million-dollar question.
But even if we set aside the more esoteric aspects of the Silva method, there are still so many practical techniques that we can use to improve our daily lives.
I completely agree. From improving our memory and focus to managing stress, breaking bad habits, even healing our bodies.
There's something here for everyone.
I think so too.
And who knows, maybe as we explore and experiment with these techniques, we'll start to unlock
it's possible
even more of that incredible potential within ourselves.
Maybe Silva was just scratching the surface of what's possible with the human mind.
This deep dive has certainly given me a whole new perspective.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
On the power of my own mind.
It's an amazing tool.
It's a reminder that there's always more to learn.
Always.
And that we are capable of truly amazing things.
Absolutely.
So if you're feeling inspired,
why
not give some of these techniques a try?
I encourage you to.
See what happens.
You never know.
You might be surprised at what you discover.
I think you will be.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive.
Wow, that went by fast.
Into the Silva Mind Control Method.
It was a fascinating journey.
We've explored a lot of fascinating territory.
We did.
But the exploration doesn't have to end here.
That's right.
Keep that curiosity alive.
Yeah.
Keep experimenting.
Keep learning.
And who knows what incredible abilities you might unlock.
The possibilities are endless.
Within yourself.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
And remember, the power to change your life lies within your own mind.